Well, very disappointing result at Stamford Bridge. Boring 0-0 between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. Another London derby, the third in a row that we draw with them. Today, I was expecting the champions of the world, Chelsea, to win because you want to make a statement. It's the first game of the season at home, and I want it to be 3-1 like I predicted in my preview. But football is not scripted. Football is the reality on the pitch. And today, Crystal Palace came up with a very good plan. Oliver Glasner is one of the best managers around, and he shut us down. We couldn't move. Everything that we tried today, it was a failure. He completely outclassed us. They didn't score though, but we didn't score either. But in terms of tactics, they were playing away from their home. I think this is a failure for Chelsea Football Club. This feels like a defeat for me. I know we didn't lose, and people will tell you it's just the beginning of the season, the first game. I'm not going to lose my head. I'm not going to get on people here, but I'm stating fact. This is the way you lose the league. Yes, you might think, oh no, that is exaggerating, but every single point count, especially at home. Remember last season, Palace took 4 points away from us, and we struggle. We struggle very hard even to finish top 4. Looking back, if we beat them home and away, and we beat Fulham at home, probably we were going to win the league. So every point count in football. I'm not losing my head, but I'm stating fact, right? Don't say that you're complaining, you're mourning. Nobody is complaining. Nobody is mourning. And remember, I'm one of the few people who told you over and over again, we are going to struggle at the beginning of the season because last season was incredibly long. We played about 65 games. The players are just human beings like you and me. I was telling you, if you remember my videos, you will tell the truth. And remember that I told you we are going to struggle at the beginning of the season. Today we saw heavy legs. Enzo Fernandez was just like a drunk old man. Cole Palmer, nowhere to be seen. A lot of our attacking players, they were nowhere to be seen. Not only that they were bad, but because the opposition was good. Because Crystal Palace made us look that bad, if that makes sense. Not necessarily that our players were bad, but we got outclassed tactically by Oliver Glasner.
Remember to subscribe to the channel.
It's a Chelsea thing.
All right, let me give you some details from the game. Nothing really to report. 0-0 in the end. What are you going to report? The starting 11 was exactly what I predicted. You know, one of the few times that I got my predictions right. Not the result, but the lineup. Robert Sanchez. Oh, sorry. I'm giving the entire squad here. But I'm not going to give you the entire squad. Apologies. Robert Sanchez, Mark Cucurella played. Tosin is injured. Levi is injured. Trevor Chalobah played. Reece James played. Josh Acheampong, man of the match in my humble opinion. Absolutely insane. What a player we have. We didn't pay any money to get him. So we should be really proud and give Josh playing time because he's really, really good. One of us. Enzo Fernandez was very poor today. Cole Palmer was poor. Andre Santos, yeah, he brought some energy from the bench. Moises Caicedo put some very good tackles here and there. But overall, those breaking passes and, you know, it was missing a little bit of spark. Pedro Neto played. Liam Delap came from the bench, didn't do anything. Jamie Gittens had a very, very bad game today. He didn't get service though. And like I said, don't only blame the players. Blame also the way, the structure we played, because our attackers didn't get any opportunity. We didn't create enough for them because Crystal Palace were breaking every action. They made sure that Cole Palmer, the engine of the team, is dead. He was followed everywhere with 3-4 people on him. We couldn't move. These people did to us what we did to PSG in the final. Estevan Willian came on. He did his thing. Joao Pedro had hard time in the first half. And like I said, yeah, we had hard time as a team. And that also has to do with the structure, with the tactics from the manager, who couldn't really find a plan B. You know, we need a plan B. Just in case the plan A is not working, we switch and try to win the game. We didn't use our width a lot today, as always. You know, like we invert everything in the middle. So, yeah, we got what we deserve today. You know, going through the middle is just like very predictable and easy for Crystal Palace to break every single off action that we tried today. Ball possession, 71.3. What do you do with ball possession? Nothing. XG, blah, 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 blah. Expecting goals. I don't believe in all this crap. This is football. Football is not about stupid numbers. All right? Total shot, Chelsea 19, 12 for them. Shot on target. Only 3 for Chelsea, 4 for them. And remember, they also scored a free kick by Eze, but it was taken off because of some rules, because Mark Guehi was too close to the Chelsea wall or whatever the rules are. It's not because of foul on Caicedo, the way people are tried to make it online. It was normal. The push was normal because you have to be physical. But there is another rule. Do your research that Mark Guehi broke that rule, and that's why the goal was taken off. Do some research because I can't really, explain everything to you right now.
Remember to subscribe to the channel.
It's a Chelsea thing.
Anyway, my people, let me show you the table. Yeah, we are like 11th on the table. We should have been, like number 2 or number 1 somewhere. Score a lot of goals, start the game or start the season all gun blazings and all that. Oh my Lord. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be panicking. It's a draw. We didn't lose. But at home at Stamford Bridge, where everybody was expecting the champions of the world to do the job, you feel like a defeat. I'm not losing my head. I'm just stating simple fact that this is how you freaking lose the league. If you think always, we have time. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. This is how you create a defeated mentality and start accepting draws. Oh, it's just a draw. Brother, you lost 2 points. It's a draw on paper, but it's a loss because you lost 2 points, right? For a team like Chelsea, a draw is a freaking loss. 2 points dropped. And sometimes you look at the 2 points that you dropped, in the end of the season, you are like, oh my gosh, how did we lose 4 points against Palace last season. We lost 4 points against bloody Ipswich. Everybody was beating Ipswich, but Chelsea handled them a victory and a draw at Stamford Bridge. So nobody is going to call me out and say whatever, because this is how everything starts. We have to go with the mentality of every game, it's a sprint. Okay? I changed my mind. Back in the day, I used to say the same. Oh, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. We have time. Listen, I changed my mind because I'm sick and tired of convincing myself that it's okay to drop points. It's okay to lose because we have time. Who told you that in the future we're gonna win games? There is no guarantee. What is guarantee is what is in front of you. Win your freaking game. Anyways, people, the boys are very tired. Enzo Fernandez very tired, you can tell. I don't understand why Maresca didn't take him off. He played the majority of the game. Of course, some changes earlier could have helped us, or switch the system a little bit and throw the ball in the box more, use the width, could have helped us, but it's in the past now. Okay, nothing you can do to get 3 points. So we have just to look forward, and on Friday, next Friday, we're gonna play away against West Ham. That game is gonna be very, very difficult, because you know what? West Ham now need to win. West Ham need to win. They lost heavily against Sunderland. They would try to give us hard time. Graham Potter, at London Stadium, it's going to be very, very tough. So fingers crossed we can get a win in our second game, but we have to avoid at any cost dropping point the way we did last season. Otherwise, the season is gonna be very long. Josh Acheampong, absolutely world class.
If you enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe
If you really like the video, make sure you subscribe
and turn on your notification.
and turn on your notification.
For more videos, click here, and to subscribe, click here.
What you waiting for?
Subscribe now.
Capaz. Viu?